What a great day to be watching YouTube. A Minecraft video? Don't mind if I do.
This guy, the worst of the worst.
Hey,
literally,
wait.
The worst human being I've ever met in my entire life. What? Shout out Kindle Bubblegum.
That's not a shout out. That is the whatever the opposite of a shout out is, baby. Why do you flint and steel?
You know, I was gonna save Snailly's grave, but I don't see.
What do you mean save?
So
it's in remodeling.
We're just gonna go like this.
Why do you have TNT?
Come out like this.
No, you can't. You can just sure that.
66 TNT and I didn't have to do anything. Look at that.
Gosh, Bubby Craft. What are we?
Wow.
My base.
Look at that, Kindle. I just took a bubble dump all over your damn area.
At least the spire is still there.
Just
no, you can't.
Measure.
Wait, I thought he was actually gonna save it. No. My goodness.
Close enough.
Bubby, Oh, okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Well, while we're loading in, I thought it would be helpful to just go over what we're doing today. We have a lot of stuff to get through. It's mostly just doing stuff to help our base. I have been building a bunch of buildings, but I haven't really been messing with the terrain. Bubby? I gotcha. We're back on the Create-O-Holics server, and in the last episode, we made this beautiful build here that I think all of y'all liked down in the comments, so I appreciate all the positive feedback. How do I get out of the hover mode? But this thing looks so cool, and this is becoming my favorite angle. Why can we see in there? What is going on? Oh, it's just a lighting glitch. Redo those shaders. It's still broken. Well, it looked better last time. That's okay. I lied. I fixed it. It was really easy. Anyway, in the last episode, we made this thing, and I wasn't lying in that intro. We do need to do quite a bit of stuff in terms of just fixing up the area. Why do we have sugarcane here? I don't know. We don't have any trees. We don't have any foliage. We don't have any terraforming. We don't have any terrain. I don't have enough stress units. We'll get to that in a minute. And we have a little spinning sugarcane farm with a room with a hole in it. This has got stuff in here. That is still over there. That one's okay. And then we have a path that leads into a wall. This is a mess. And today we are making it unmessed so that the next episode we can do some more cool stuff over in this direction. And it's going to be massive. I've been building it for 2 weeks and it's still not done. So to start, we need to get working on building. And the first thing I want to do is more steam engines. And that is because if we head in here, this bad boy is running. Do I have a stressometer in here? I absolutely don't. Never mind. But if we try to turn on this one, which is currently off, overstressed, negative 17,000, negative 240 million. Oh no. But that's bad. That's bad news bears. We don't like bears here because this is the bad news land. So we need more stress units. And honestly, we actually have space for another steam engine inside of this silo here because it is just tall enough. This one, a little bit too tiny. There are still torches in here. Are you kidding me? But this one has enough space for another steam engine that we can fit in there, and it won't even be a big issue. But we'll just run into the same issue where we don't have enough steam engines. And then we're back at this square, which I don't want to be at. Because even though we're playing Minecraft, I'm allergic to corners, which means we're going to build another full silo. And this one is going to have 2 sets of steam engines in it, and it's going to make this silo pair look like a silo trio. Because that's how you count, folks, if you weren't aware. There is one thing we need to do in order to actually get the silo to fit in here is that we need to break some of these blocks here because, as you can maybe see, yeah, right here, we have, you're still overstressed? Uh-oh. Okay, water re-added, but as you saw, there are blocks in the way of our beautiful steam engines, so we just have to break a couple of these. The reason these are here is because I actually use a little fun tool called Axiom that lets me build some perfect cylinders easily, and they just have these blocks in the way anyway, so now we just have to remove all of them with our brand new, I honestly forgot that I did this in the last episode. I mean, that was the whole point of the last episode, but I still couldn't forget. I'm not an elephant. I do not remember. I've had too many brain injuries. What was I talking about? Okay, there we go. We have that now cleared out and we can squeeze in this thing in here. I'm going to rotate it around just so it's, I pressed the wrong button. just so it's the right direction and all that fun stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry if I'm giving everyone in the comments, viewers like you, shout out PBS, my boy, vertigo, because that was bad. Anywho, this is now set up. I need to removify this pipe and then connect these pipes up to the lava pipes, but we can do that later because I'm already bored and this is getting boring. So moving quickly on, let's go run away and steam engine or schematic cannon-ify this in. I think we have everything already because what do you mean it's a steam engine? We have all those. They call me Eminem just because I'm bald though, not because I'm good at rapping. Aha, yes we do have everything. Let us place this block. Yeah. Let's hope it works. I do need to grab a few water buckets and then we'll also need to get pipes and all that stuff to link up the lava and everything, but water buckets first. Those are probably the most important. Oh, we can see the blocks flying in. I love just this view. Because what do you mean? You're flinging little small blocks in and it what? Almost. Ooh. Who knew that ladders would be the most challenging thing in this game? Are you done? Do we not have shafts? Are we allergic? Okay. I think it's done. It's done in my brain. And then the great thing is that we could just connect this up. Shoot. Right up to here, and then we're good. We do need to, however. How are you powering anything? We don't have any water. I have no idea. It's not my monkeys or my circus. We do need to throw in some H2O. That bad boy's spinning. I think that's all we need water-wise. Yes, sir. We just need to get some heat into here. So I'm honestly just gonna hope that this connects without me doing any real work. If we need to, we can get a mechanical pump in here, but I don't wanna. Oh, this means at least one of them's getting powered. I lied. All right, water in. We should be seeing lava in all of these blaze burners in microseconds. Whoa! Number 1. Number 2. Burger King. Sorry. Number 7 and the last 2. There we go. Boiler status level 9. And we should be able to, if we run back over yonder, turn you back on. We got this power, and then we should be able to also turn on this one over here now. We have 442,000 stress units with 100,000 plus remaining, which is amazing. I am terribly sorry for everyone's frame rates with shaders because y'all are losers, get normal graphics. But we are going to need to place in a full another steam engine right about here because 100,000 stress units, as you saw, I mean, this one building takes up about 200,000. Like this one little area takes up about 200,000. I still need a cobblestone farm. I don't have cobblestone automatically. We have more gravel than we do cobble. What do you mean? I have more blocks of coal than I do. I have more zinc blocks than I do cobblestone. Anyway, we're still gonna need a bunch more stress units. So let's start getting working on the steam engine silo that is going right here. This thing we are going to time lapse because duh. But also we need to definitely material gather for this. And as I mentioned in the last video, we are not doing material gathering sessions in a time lapse because I can't be bothered and it looks stupid and dumb. So you're just going to teleport to me having all the materials. And I lied, I'm keeping you on your toes. We are already building this thing. I mean, the materials weren't that hard to get. We only had like 5 or so pages of the things that we needed to gather. And I did all of this on a live stream that you could check out on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/KindleBubbleDump. I would absolutely check it out. We built some of these by hand, just with a little bit of extra detail, but I'm really happy with how this turned out and it looks super good, but let's get back to the world. And as we pass by here, we run into the brand new steam engine that we built in that time lapse. I think it looks really, really cool, and I'm a big fan of this new and improved and extended balcony that we made. I think it just kind of ties all 3 of them together and makes it look a little bit better. This thing is pretty much a direct copy of the other 2. I mean, why if not broke, fix? And on the inside, we have already set up and configured 2 of these steam engines. You can see, though, we are not at enough heat for all of our blaze burners, and it is kind of looking like these guys just can't get enough lava flowing to them for whatever reason. Because I bet if I remove this, and let me please remove it. I'm just gonna place a block there so it doesn't do that. But if I remove that, I bet this thing goes back up to level 9, which in my brain means that we don't have fast enough, we don't have fast enough cobble travel or lava travel. And I mean, that makes sense. We are using the slowest speed of all of these cogwheels to power all these things. I've decided to use the slower versions just so that they are separate to the steam engine power, because if the steam engines get overstressed, then the lava will stop flowing, and then I have to manually restart all the lava flow, which is literally the worst. So instead of hooking this up to the steam engines, I think the best bet is going to be to hook up all of these water wheels to a faster rotation speed controller like we have down here, the max speed that we can to power each mechanical pump, and then connect it up that way. This shouldn't be that difficult though, because if we look in our thing, we have already 8 rotation speed controllers. I bet we can make a few more, and 23 should be enough. We just now have to go through all of these little places and connect it up to power, including all the way over here where our first pump is. I actually don't even know where the first pump is. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. So we need to hook this thing up to a little bit faster of a power system. So I'm gonna go through, do all of those, and hopefully that fixes our steam engine issue, and then we could check the amount of stress units we're generating, because I think it'll be an insane amount. All of them have been updated, including the ones in here. As you can see, we are now 4 times faster, probably even a little bit more. But this actually took quite a few rotation speed controllers. As you can see, is there a drowned under here? Homeboy is just chilling. Good work. But we now have all of them working. They're all at level 9, all generating 147,000 stress units, which the mathematicians out there can probably do the math. 150,000 times 5 is... That's right. I have no idea. I'm not a mathematician. Let's turn this thing on and take a peek. Please put your guesses down in the comments. And 3, 2, 1... 730,000 stress units. We now have more stress units remaining than we had stress units at the beginning of this episode. We have doubled, nay, 3/5, that doesn't really roll off the tongue as well as doubled, 3/5 our production on these things. But now comes potentially the even more difficult part. We need to make this thing look pretty, and as you can see, I've already done a little bit of stuff here. I mean, this is so basic and so lame looking, but it's at least better than nothing at all, which is what it was before. And I think I like this area even more with these little bushes and stuff. So we are going to continue this around, and I also have a plan for over by this area. I want to make a graveyard for Snaily, my grand boy, my poor boy who passed mysteriously when Dewstream also rest his soul, because he's been AFK or MIA, CIA, FBI for millennia as well. But we need to make a graveyard for Snaily, and I'm hiding it because I already did it. That was on the stream too. If you watched the streams, you would have known, you would have seen it. But it's over there, and there's a little bit of a time lapse. I built it by hand. I didn't prep anything in creative. That's why it took an hour and a half to build it, and why, when you'll see, I've switched out the colors like 3 or 4 times before I decided on one, and I think it turned out pretty well. So let's get into a quick little time lapse to show a cool graveyard, cool cemetery. I don't know what the difference is. We talked about it in the stream. If you would watch it, and also subscribe, because I never say that. You should subscribe. If you're watching the videos and you're like a BFF, I think only 20% of my viewers are subscribed. So do it. And if you do, I'll maybe fill in this area. So subscribe. And also watch my Twitch streams. Okay, enough selling out. Let's get into a time lapse. And we're starting off this build with a bunch of terraforming. You see Dewstream's milk hut that has been now moved across to the other side of the river was still here, so we had to kind of fill that in. I made a little cool cliffside. I think it turned out okay. I'm not incredible at terraforming, but I think I did my best. And then we got on to making the actual graveyard. This thing is pretty simple with Snaily's grave in the center as per usual. It's basically the same as what you saw earlier in the series, but we also added a few more smaller graveyards, a little bit of flowers, and then a graveyard in the back, a gravestone in the back. We then added these industrial iron bars to the tops of all the walls, which was an incredible suggestion from one of the members of chat, and then it took me about 45 minutes to figure out how this arch is going to look okay at all, and then we needed to change a little bit of the inside so that it didn't blend in, which is why we changed the colors to granite. But that's the end of the build. Let's get back to the world. And here we are back in the world with our brand new cemetery being fully built, looking super cool. And as you can maybe see, I've done a little bit more decorating and detailing around the terrain. And I actually forgot to remove these dandelions and poppies. I'm trying to keep the theme bluey purpley, so I'm getting rid of all other yellow, red colors, whatever, because they just don't fit the vibe, you know what I'm saying? So this has got to get removed. See ya. I have just been running around bone mealing here and then just throwing in flowers where I want, and I think it actually turned out pretty good. We've also got some, what are those, bushes? I guess, yeah, duh. And then I've went and connected up the path here to the rest of the thing. I've also started detailing and just throwing in a bunch of stuff everywhere, and I think it's looking really cool. This path, though, I'm leaving it a right angle for now. I'm suspecting we're going to continue going up this way, so I'm not going to detail this any further for now. But what I may want to do is build a little tree, because, I mean, we have trees. I know how to make trees a little bit, some custom trees. I mean, you could probably put a little asterisk on I know how to make trees, because the answer is not really, but I can try my best. And with the build style that we have right now of spruce and acacia with acacia leaves, it shouldn't be too difficult to get either like a spruce little thing here where we're going up and then some acacia leaves all out and about. So it shouldn't be too difficult, but I want to try it. And I feel like this is a good spot to have like a small little tree here that just sprouts out and goes a little bit everywhere. So I'm thinking we're just gonna grab a bunch of different spruce things and I'm gonna just try to make it. Oh, my jetpack is out of power. Let me go fix this. With us now having a working jetpack, let's just try to build something. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for here. I'm actually thinking I want to do this. Oop, nope. I want to do this a little bit diagonally here. I'm thinking if I do something like that, it'll still look a little bit connected, which is what we care about. And then I'm just gonna have this split off into a few different directions here, and I'm hoping that the branch structure that we create, whatever it is, will look okay. I'm really struggling just all the time with the branch structures. I know that the rules are you just need to make it look not uniform, which is what I'm going to try to do. And while I was building this, I realized how much of a specific style to trees that I have, and I did try to break out of it a little bit. I think my biggest issue is that I go around the branches and then stop there when I should actually be expanding way past where the branches are. I looked up a couple of like reference images and stuff, and that's kind of what they were doing. So after a little while, I tried to expand it, and then after I went to sleep, I started lagging like crazy and could not move. Well, as you saw, I was lagging quite a bit, but this is the almost final result. I am okay with it. Ooh, it looks a lot like a teapot. No, a dreidel. Something weird. These are wide and we don't have enough supports under here, but ignore that side. There we go. That's the picture side. Let's go. This one I've also been working on and looking at. This is just the last side that we need, and it's really simple. We just add a couple more things there, and then I need some roots, but as you can see, I can't move. So that's not great. Instead, I'm just gonna edit this video and hope that it fixes itself, because what is going on? If I break the other half? Bed gone. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this fixes itself so I can finish off the tree and show you the final result. But if it doesn't, thank you all so much for watching. Like and subscribe. If you're new to the channel somehow, subscribe, please. And I will see you all in the next video where we will hopefully have something. Oh, this is insane. Well, I broke my bed. Let's hope I don't die. Like and subscribe. Thanks all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.